Good evening, everyone. This is Ola of All Things Natural. I welcome you once again to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing us a DIY method on how to use herbs to fix our hair problems. And briefly this evening I'm going to show you how to do the rosemary tea rinse that you can use as a conditioner for your hair. Number one, what is rosemary? Rosemary is a culinary spice that most people carry in their kitchen, and rosemary is good because you can use it to prevent premature graying. You can use rosemary to increase blood circulation to your scalp, and it also helps to stimulate hair growth. Aloe vera juice is very popular, and we all know that aloe vera juice is a great juice that is known to condition, shine, and strengthen the hair. So briefly this evening I'm going to be showing you how to do this herbal tea rinse using rosemary leaf and aloe vera juice. For this video I'm going to be using organic aloe vera juice that you can buy off from Amazon or from any other place. Just make sure that when you buy it that it's organic aloe vera juice that you're buying. So I'm just going to start. I always like to use this combination because every time that I make it into an herbal tea rinse, I can use it as a leave-in conditioner on my hair, and that means I don't need to wash it out. So what I do is I already have my aloe vera juice. I'm going to pour it in the cup so that we can all see. This is my aloe vera juice. You can see that it's lightly colored. This is my aloe vera juice, and this is a measuring cup. This cup is an 8-ounce cup and is boiled already, so I'm not going to take you to my stove to show you what to do. This aloe vera juice is already boiled. This is rosemary leaf. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eyeball the rosemary leaf and then soak it in the aloe vera juice. This is my rosemary leaf. Like I said, rosemary is a culinary herbs that most people have in their kitchen, but it is very good for fixing hair problems. I'm just going to eyeball the rosemary. I would say this is about 1 ounce, and this is my aloe vera juice. I'm just going to pour the aloe vera juice in my rosemary. What I normally do is that every time that I want to do this, I leave the aloe vera juice on the stove for 1 hour, and I put it on a very low heat and put the rosemary leaves into the aloe vera juice. Every time that I do this, I let it sit on the stove for 1 hour. Remember, it has to be a very low heat. If you put your stove on the very high heat, the aloe vera juice is going to burn. You don't want that to burn. The essence of putting it on the stove is for the aloe vera juice to soak, is for the rosemary leaves to soak into the aloe vera juice, and you're putting it on the stove because you want the heat to bring out all the nutrients of the aloe vera into the juice. So you have to leave it on very low heat. If you do it on high heat, it's going to burn and you lose all of the nutrients. So like I said, I'm not showing you my stove. The aloe vera juice was already boiled already on the stove, and then I just soak it into my rosemary leaf. For the purpose of this video, normally if I am doing it on the stove, I let it sit in the pot, let it sit on the stove for 1 hour, and I turn down my stove to a very low heat, and that way even though it takes time, but the aloe vera juice and the heat is bringing out all the nutrients from the rosemary leaves into the aloe vera juice. But because I'm showing you right on camera right now, it's not really boiling. But what I would do normally, every time that sometimes I don't want to put it on my stove, what I do is that, just as I showed you exactly, it's already in the pot, I go back and put it in my measuring cup, and then this is my spray bottle. I take my spray bottle. This is my measuring cup. I leave it in the thing, and then I put all of my juice in the spray bottle. Remember, if you do it on the stove, once you do it on the stove, you have to sieve out the rosemary leaves and throw it away. But because I didn't do it on the stove, I boiled the aloe vera juice. I boiled it already because I didn't want to show you guys my stove. You know, I will just go ahead and put some of this aloe vera, no sorry, some of the rosemary leaf. I go ahead and put it in the spray bottle. This is for people who don't want to use, if you don't want to eat it on the stove. But I assure you the quickest and the fastest way to do it is to actually boil the rosemary leaves in the aloe vera juice for 1 hour on a very low heat. Leave it to cool down, sieve it out, and then put it in your spray bottle. I'm only showing you this method for people who don't want to boil the aloe vera juice on the stove. You know, for me, what I did was I just kind of just made the aloe vera juice a little bit hot, and for this video purposes, that's what I did. So this is my spray bottle. This is my aloe vera juice, and this is my rosemary leaves inside the aloe vera juice, and that's it. That's the spray bottle. So the good thing about this is that you can spray it on your natural hair and let it sit. Since it is a leave-in conditioner, every time that you spray it on your hair, you don't have to wash it out. Rosemary leaf doesn't really bring out any kind of color, and the aloe vera juice is kind of, you know, it's not colorless. I would say maybe it's colorless. You know, it looks a little bit like brown color, but it can sit on your hair. So what I do with this is that every time that I wash my hair, or my natural hair is out and I'm trying to use my detangler, I bring this out and I spray it on my hair and I let it sit. Don't forget, I said rosemary is a culinary herbs that we have in the kitchen, but it is good to prevent premature graying. It helps to promote hair growth. If your follicles, your hair follicles are dying off, this helps to revive your hair follicles. And like I said again, aloe vera juice is good for the hair. It conditions the hair. It makes the hair shiny. It makes it very smooth. It's good for dry scalp. If your scalp is dry, aloe vera juice is very good for dry scalp. So I spray this on my natural hair. I spray it in generous amount, and I let it sit and air dry by itself. This is something that you want to do 3 times to 2 times a week. You have to be consistent for you to see results. Another thing that you have to note is that every time that you do this herbal tearings, you have to put it in the fridge. You're putting it in the fridge because if you just leave it sitting in your bathroom or in your kitchen, bacteria is going to grow in it. Remember that this contains water, so you want to put it in your fridge for you to be able to store it so that it will not grow bacteria. And sometimes what I also do is that I do just a little quantity that I can use just for 1 week. I don't let it exceed 1 week. After 1 week, I am doing another one. So that's what I have to show you today. It is a DIY herbal remedy for people that are suffering from hair breakage, dry and brittle hair, dry scalp, and all of that affects most people with hair issues. This is very good, and that is all that I have for you today. This is the rosemary that I used. There's a rosemary spice. This is aloe vera. I hope that you have learned. Feel free to reach out to me. You can send me a message. I am open to consultations, and you can ask me questions. Thank you so much for watching today. I encourage you to please subscribe to my channel, share and comment, and have a blessed evening. Bye.